everyone, welcome on stream. Today I want to start working with my NPC system, and I hope I will do something cool with it. Okay, so first things first. Is it good idea to switch to 3D now? Hello, Chapu, welcome. I think I should do it, but firstly, let me open source tree to make sure that I can do it now. Okay, not a problem. Show me history. Okay, so basically I've got my quest system here. Okay. I've got my room system. Now I own NPCs and dialogues. Okay. Carlson, welcome. So, hello, Philip. Which language? Which modern language you started? Lastly, you were very you were sure that you won't touch anything other than C++. Scala. Oh, that's nice. Is Scala this language that have a lot of things that are optional, like semicolon or brackets in some places? Okay. So what we have to do here? I've got my remove. I think I have to close those things firstly. First I will close inventory system. Then I will close maybe this NPCs and dialogues. Yeah, I will close those NPCs and dialogues, and only later I will do something more. Okay, so I think mostly what I have to do now is to create some editor for them. Okay, so in Scala you don't have to use brackets, but you have to replace them with something different. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so here I've created my tools that are items editor and tax editor. Oh. Why are you not working? Maybe there is no items? Could it be? So editor paths. Okay. My items path is showing me my data, items, asset. Okay. I've got my items. They are here. So why you are screaming at me? Maybe let's attach debugger and see what we will catch. Okay, let's press it once more. Okay, of course. Generating debug data, not a problem. Oh, unheld exception here. Oh, so closing brackets are okay. Why you are screaming here? You have breakpoint. Why didn't you just step there? Maybe let's try once more. Okay, so I've got my list that is loading. So it was here. So I want to step over. So F8, and items is still null. Why? Assets data items dot asset. Okay, let's just continue. Data items Assets, data, items, items. It's here. It's also addressable, but I don't think that I need this to be addressable. Oh, so you can use this them keyword. Lastly, when I saw this keyword, I think was in Turbo Pascal. I never wrote after this Turbo Pascal language in anything that used then keyword. Wait, it's assets, data, items, items. But you're telling me it's not there? There's... There's something very wrong here. Okay, I'm loading asset at path, type of item, items. Is it type of items? It is type of items. Maybe. No, items is scriptable, so it should be there. So why you are returning me null? Load asset at path. Okay, let's check it out. So I'm loading asset at path. Okay, I'm passing you path using starting from assets, of course. Still not working. Okay, so let's dig deeper into this. Okay, so now I can have some fun here in the small window where I can write some small part of codes to check it. Will it work now? Oh. Okay, I'm looking at your Shopoo, your examples of how you can write. Wait, you wrote that class name is the same as class and symbol. Didn't you meant name there? Okay, right. So now I'm seeing what is wrong. I've created some items that are in a wrong namespace. Maybe if I will explicitly say that I want this world items, will it work? It should. It should be fixed. Okay, let's check it out. And of course it's working. Have you seen project color in updated JetBrains ID? I didn't update it, but I have to do it. I think I will. No, I won't show you on tomorrow's stream, but I think I will be able to tell you what I'm thinking about it. Oh, nice. So you basically now have full color palettes with color selection. That's good. I like it. Basically, I love rider for whole generally JetBrains for those those small touch-ups, very small but still very useful, like coloring project bar. It's small improvements, but if you are working simultaneously on few different ones, it can be it can make your life much more easy, much easier than having normal window. For me, it's especially hard because most of my projects have very similar code base, even use a lot of code that is shared between both of them, and sometimes I have to spend few seconds to make sure that I'm in a proper project. What's happening? Why I see pings? I don't want to see them. Let me mute this server for 8 hours. Why no? Why not? We will do it. This last part with randomly generated colors is something that I don't like, but I think I will like it in the future. Okay. One thing that I want to... Do I want to change it here? No, I don't want to change it here. I really don't want to change it here. Wait, why default? Yeah, I removed. Okay, I removed as addressable. Yeah, I know that every new project gets its own random color, but I think I would prefer option to change this color without dealing with those automatic changes and then switching to color that will be proper for this project. Okay, let me move it right here. Okay, so I shouldn't change this editor right there. So let's make new one. Really doesn't have this feature yet. So I think I will wait for update. But I heard that there are some new features that I have to update. Oh. And I think I will have to renew my license in a few months. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I bought it in January. So January will be another month where you will cry looking at receipt from JetBrains. Okay. Oh no. I think my filter for water gone bad. Smell is not so pleasant as it should be. So I think I have nothing to drink for right now. That's not good. But yeah, we will deal with it somehow. Okay. So we were here with this editor. So maybe I can just start creating this NPCs editor. So what this editor should contain? Let's start with going to editor. Okay, so I got my items, I've got my tags. Let's create folder. NPC. To be honest, I can drink water out from a tap, but I prefer to filter it, mainly because I don't want any this white calcium on my kettle. So yeah, I don't like to deal with it, especially with quite hard water. And what is more, when you are buying better quality better quality filters, you can even add some minerals to them to the water. So that has some advantages. Okay. Oh, I was here. Oh no! Why did I do it like that? Why there's everything in one folder? I can leave it like that. It won't destroy anything. Okay. So let's create NPCs editor. Maybe can I copy everything and do it from scratch? No, we are not doing it in this way. We're doing it properly. So list is it this editor window? Yeah, this is this window, that is starting window. So we will start from there. So let's create for our UI toolkit. I don't remember where it was. Was it somewhere here? Yeah, it's almost on the bottom. So I want to create editor window. I don't want USS. Basically, UXML is a file that contains visuals, and USS is CSS type file that contains style. So, for example, color, font size, font, maybe some borders, and so on. Just simple. Basically, as Michael is laughing, when I'm using this this UI toolkit with UXML and USS, I'm getting closer to becoming web developer than ever, because it's basically HTML and CSS. Michael is backwards again. No, he is having some free time, but I think tomorrow we will switch. So Michael will be streaming, but I will be only with my voice, especially at the beginning of the stream. So he will tomorrow take lead and he will create something. I think he'll still be working on his shooter project, or maybe I will make him focus on some other things that I need. For example, translation system. That would be nice. I will talk with him. Okay, so back to code. I want to create editor window that will be named NPC list editor window. No, I don't want USS. No. Why am I doing it to myself? I love this look. I'm looking at this new look, and to be honest, it's something that I like. Basically, when I switched firstly to Windows 11, Michael was laughing at me that I'm using something with rounded corners. But yeah. Wait, why you are not telling me that I didn't switch my resolution? Just now, only now I saw that you have very shrinked visuals. Okay, let me quickly change it to work as should. Okay, we should be back. Okay, now it's good. Why you didn't tell me at the first moment? Okay. Oh. So when you press the button with 4 rectangles, okay, it shows these options. That's nice. Okay, that's I like it, but I think they changed it to this because people are used to this bar. Maybe there's an option to change this behavior. Okay, let's remove this USS class. I won't be using it. Okay. Oh, of course I've done goofed. Can I somehow let's do it like that, and let's open with code. Okay, and I want to remove the style. I want this whole line to be removed. Okay, now it should work. Okay, now it's working. Great. Yeah, it's basically XML, this whole system. But to be honest, it's very useful and it's very easy to do anything. And what's the thing that I like the most here? I don't have to do any XML writing. I'm just adding items visually, and I can have some fun. Okay, so I've got my NPCs. I think at first I want my button that will add new NPC. Okay. What I've created here from items. Yes, I want to save changes. Let's maybe add it here for now. It will be easy. If you are hearing silent beeping, don't worry, it's just my washing machine that's just finished working. Okay, so I've got my create item button, and I've got my I've got my special component only with this list that contains list and anything else. Okay. So I have to do something similar. So this button will be will have add the text that will tell add, maybe not add, maybe create NPC. Okay. So with this button, I will be able to create. So I have to, I think, name it. Yeah, I have to name it to be able to grab access to this button. So create button. Okay. And for the rest of that, I will create special view with option to select items and so on. Or maybe I could do it. Can I do it? Okay, I have an idea. I can take what I made here in items and simply make this work together somehow. I think I will be able to. So let's try it out. Okay, so here I want to maybe switch to this view and let's check it out. So of course, firstly I want to change this path, so it will be not the items editor but NPC editor. Yeah, so I'm showing window, not maybe show example, show window. Okay, so of course I want this to be var window and I'm getting GUI constant. IntelliJ takes 1 GB of RAM, Sea Lion takes 500 megabytes of RAM. Meanwhile, Rider can take up to 7 GB of RAM. That's interesting. How much is my Rider taking? So my Rider is taking 3.3 gigabyte of RAM right now. Wait, Discord is taking 1.3 gigabytes of RAM. Why? Why? Okay, so okay, I understand that OBS can wait. Discord is taking more RAM than OBS. Okay, with this electron, if it's really the issue is electron, why companies are still using it? Is it because it's very easy to use? Yeah, maybe, I don't know, but companies are using it, so there has to be a very good advantage about this electron that they're using it other than Tauri. Maybe it's because it's being robust or maybe being very useful. Of course, I want to wait. What? Wait a minute. What is that? What is this field? So, visual tree asset. So, you are telling me that I can create editor window with serialized field, and the serialized field will show here. Wait. That's something I didn't know about. Did I missed it? Somehow? Where is oh, Michael is not here. Okay, so he's not even on the Discord, so I cannot ask him if he saw it, or is it only me? But wait. If I will save it, okay, nothing is attached. So if I will press it, so you're screaming at me. Yeah, here. Wait, so I have to attach it here. Come on. Why? And when it was added? Okay, that's good to know. Every day you can learn something new from Unity. It works only in editor mode. There will be error if you try to open it in a play mode. What do you mean? If I will press play, and now I will open. No. What do you mean exactly? So my question, do you remember when this feature was added? Was it something that was for a very long time and I missed it, or it's something quite new? Oh. So it's for a very long time. Good to know. Generally, I'm always when I'm looking at something like that. For me, it's always quite funny that you can work with Unity for few years, or maybe use it every day to work. You can be mid or even senior, and still there will be features that you don't know that even exist. I wouldn't say that Unreal is better. You know that I will fight for Unity. Unity is my beloved engine. Okay, why you are screaming? Oh, you're screaming with naming. Not a problem. We can do it. So like I can attach it here. And it's working. And Shapu, the beauty of this system that now I'm working with, basically few like 2-3 years ago, few years before, we only have an option to create whole editors. So every window, this inspector, only from code. There was only our option. Now with the system, I can do both. So I can simply create view here with simple drag and drop, or if I want to, I can write everything from code. I can, so as you saw there is a button. So I can add another button, simply just writing from code. we also can do both. Do not even think Unity is better. I will always fight for it. Fine, it will be. I think what will really change in 5 years, let's say. So if after 5 years, would this monopoly of Unity and Unreal on professional game dev space will be intact, or maybe we'll get new engine, maybe maybe not, I don't know. I'm looking forward to see if Rust will be in my stream, or maybe other engine will be very, very useful. Muxalio, welcome. Lewis is superior. To be honest, there is something magical in this combination. I was working on a game where I was using Lua and C++ exactly, but it was all standard, so basically as a C. And yeah, I remember up to this date, it was so painful, and I had very hard time learning how to work and learning how what can I do. But yeah, I have good memories with that. I have an idea for you. Okay, come on. I'm waiting for your idea. Let's compromise, uninstall Unity and Unreal Engine and just use Godot. I think I have some version of Godot already installed. Let me check it to be sure. I think yeah, I have 3.5 and 4.0 versions. Yeah, I know you have screenshots. I have got an engine, and to be honest, I tried. I gave this engine a chance, but for me, it's still it's not something that I will feel. Let me say it like that. When I was working with Godot, I think I had this feeling that I'm fighting with engine and not using it. So I had a lot of problems with strange behaviors or different approaches for me. I know that you have screenshots, and I think you sent it on a chat where I was active, so yeah. Okay, so I've created this editor window. So let's think how to make this view. What I mean, what view I'm talking about. So I've got my items list. So I've got some items that have groups, that have filters, and so on. And I've got my list. And I have to somehow, maybe not I have to, I want to maybe create those options to be more useful. For example, now if I will go to this list editor, so it's here, it's this visual element. As you can see, all logic, like for example search or selecting tags and so on, those things are hard-coded into elements. But I think I can do it better. I can combine it. How to do it? So basically, what is a filter? Filter. Wait. On a filter change, what is happening here? Where this queue? Yeah. Because I think I cannot use queue like that. I know why. And I have to check it first before I will say. Okay. So basically, why I'm using this? Oh, so you didn't mean about this. I mean, what about QName? Basically, it's short. It's Unity's naming, and it's this how is it called? Extension method. It's Q from query, just query, and you are doing a lot of queries. So to let people just use Q without whole query, they added this Q. But these extension methods are very cool things, because basically I have my visual element class. Okay, so I get this class and I want to add method to it. So for example, like here I wanted to add query, but I cannot change visual elements class because it's library and I shouldn't touch it, but I want to add some method to it. So basically those extension methods are methods that behave very similar to methods that are in the class, like you see here, or maybe here. Root is visual element. I can use method Q, but this Q is just a static method in a totally different class. But first argument of this method is type of visual element, and adding this keyword to this means that I can simply route this root.q, and it will fire this method passing as this parameter e the elements that I used this method on. It's very useful and it's quite cool. Okay, so I will show it on a very simple example. So I have my class. Okay, let's call it C. Okay, and this C class has a method that's returning void. Let's go with foo. Okay, and this class is coming from a library, but I want to create a method that is doing something on this class C. So normally I would have to create other class. Let's call it my class. It can be my class. I had to create a public static method that will be do with C, for example. Of course, returning type of void, and I will have to get this C as a parameter here. Oh, I have to do this. So basically now let's do anything. Void D. Okay. Okay. So now I will create object of this type C. Okay. And I want to use this method. So to do it, I will have to write my class dot do it with C, and I will have to pass this C here. Of course. Let's go with new. Okay. So as you can see, now I'm using this method on object C, but it's a lot of things to write, and we can do it shorter. Basically, if I will add this keyword, I can now go with it like that. Of course, this class should have to be static, and why? Wait, what am I missing? Static in global namespace, not in class. Right. So I have to move it here, and of course I have to move this class here to be visible. Yeah, and now I can simply do with C. Much less writing, much easier, and for me much more readable, especially if I'm doing something with it. I think it's more readable. Yeah, and those are cool additions to code that can make it much cleaner and prettier. Okay, let's get back to the code. I had this on filter change. What am I doing here? I'm invoking. Oh, and here I'm updating list. Okay. Okay. So I see what I'm doing here. I've created those filters, and after doing anything with those filters, I will remove anything that is, for example, that's only key items. So every item that is not key item is removed. Okay. Here I'm searching anything. Okay. And there I'm comparing them. Wait, what do you want? No. I don't need any culture specific items. That will be only in editor, so no one will use it. Okay. I can simply refresh it. So you are asking me what will happen if I will do something like any class. Maybe let's go with rigid body. So if I will do, even for sure that is null, and I will try to do something like that, nothing, just error. Only error, and execution of method will stop at this point. So I will have have error in console, and that's all. Yeah, I think I can show you even. Oh, it's just an exception. That's all. Only disadvantage is that your code stops executing here, so it's not going further. But it's normal. Better than crashing whole engine, like I don't know, in Unreal. Okay, so I've got my list. How can I do it? Wait. What is it? Wait, when you are when you'll try to do something on a null, or maybe on a null pointer, uh, isn't this just segfault? So basically, isn't this in a C++ when you are it should crash it, if I remember. Basically, in C++, it crashes when you are doing something like segfault. If you are not using a huge try cache. Okay, it doesn't relate. Okay, you can pass null to other method, but when you try to actually do something with it, will show an error. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so okay, so I can go with two different routes here. I could copy that and didn't try to even deal with it, or maybe I can leave it like that. Oh, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. One thing that bothers me a lot. So in items editor, one thing that I hate and I have to change it is that when I'm adding item, it's pop-up, but if I will do stupid thing that I will click here, I lost everything. So I have to save data. That is one option. To save data here, and after pressing once more, this data should stay intact. Or maybe I can do it as a window. Wait, if I'm creating pop-up, let's check this code. So if I'm pressing button to open here, to open item, I'm going with show pop-up. Okay. And window content, that is item pop-up. I can do it. Or maybe not. I have an idea. How can I do it? So let's create this pop-up. What this pop-up is? This pop-up is pop-up window content. Okay. So let's go with. Oh wait. And I'm thinking about it. It's not so good because now if I will have this options, I'm still losing this option to, are you sure that you want to close it? Are you sure that you want to drop this data? And I think I have to make it more user friendly, but also more convenient for my designers. Yeah, I know that Unity was made in C++, because C++ is performance. Yeah. But as we talked, I think we talked about it a few streams ago. Writing games in C++ can be very bothering, and the performance that C# is giving you, I think is good enough. And of course, C# has features that are very, very useful for game dev, like reflection. I mean, not game dev, editors, for them. So whole reflection and so on. I think it's not so bad to just work with our beloved C#. I know that I'm not hater. I'm trying to give you good examples why it's not so easy to say that this language or this engine is the best. Please don't play as our friends. Okay, so let's create style sheet. Not style sheet. Where is it? C++ has its own problems. It's not that I'm telling that C++ is bad, but for game dev, especially when you don't need this level of performance, good enough, and it's much easier to work with, especially when null doesn't crash your engine. So wait, I don't want pop-ups. I want window. Add a window for it. Stop it. I want window. So let's I'm thinking about something stupid. Oh no, he lost. He sold his soul to Microsoft. Always. A long time ago, when I started using Windows. Of course, Windows 11 is maybe. I would say Windows 11 is my favorite. Windows at the moment. I remember those beautiful times where Windows XP was relevant, and it was beautiful. But I like technology. I like progress. So saying that with almost every version of this operating system, we are getting something better and better and better, I love to say that. And for me, is most important thing to even up. I want I want a system that I see I can update from time to time, and I see things that are changing in it. For example, WSL. So for those who don't know, WSL is a Linux kernel that is integrated into Windows. So what does it mean? you can run code from terminal that will run on a Linux. Then that's great. Yeah, Android subsystem. That's cool. Also, that's cool. I'm trying ECS since a few days, and it's really strange. First time something works, second it doesn't. Yeah, I've tried on doing it on a stream. As you remember, it's very strange. For me, it's like learning learning a whole new engine, basically. So I remember how to write code. I remember how to make games, but I have to learn engine from scratch. And ECS is something that it's something that I'm missing the word. Something that for me is very, very challenging to learn it. Cool. Go to settings to activate Windows bar. If you are using pirate version, yeah, you have it. But to be honest, nowadays getting Windows is really easy. Getting license that is legal, especially I had great example. I get my license for Windows with some old laptop, and I think it was Windows 7, and then I just upgraded to the newer version because Microsoft gave options to do it. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of outdated data and tutorials for ECS. I know that people wanted to try it and created those tutorials. ECS. So basically, ECS is entity component system. This is Unity's approach to data-oriented programming. So basically, you have to split your game into 3 parts: entities that are things, basically things in the game; components that are basically containers for data that are attached to every entity; and systems. And basically, systems are systems that are working on a data from these components. Similar, yeah, I would say it's similar approach. It's the same approach, but done in a different way. Yeah. And what is more, with this entity component system, you also get jobs that are basically multi-threading, so you can write code that can be spread into multiple different threads. You get a burst compiler. So burst compiler is basically compiler that speeds up your code by a lot, but it has some you have to be careful about using some things. What also gives this whole ECS, what also it gives, wait, is ECS part of dots? Yeah, ECS is part of dots. So yeah, we gain a lot of tools. We get quite nice physics. We gain multiplayer that can be used for a lot of things. Okay, so data-driven gameplay. No, it's not the same. Now I look at it and wait. No, it's basically option to take data from Excel and add it to your game. But it's quite nice that you. Oh, wait. Why I'm looking on it right here, not on the main window. Main window. Yeah. Basically, it's I didn't know, knew about it. So basically, you can create class that is getting items. Then you create CSV. So basically, output from Excel. And then you can import everything to the engine, and you have beautiful editor. That's cool. Those editors are very nice. I see that there are graphs here, but to be honest, I love it and I hate it at the same time. Why? Because you are giving an option to import CSV files and do something with them. That's cool. But now I see that you can edit this file inside Unreal. So you can get to the point when you have two different versions of the same file. So you can have a version in Excel and you can get version in Unreal. And basically what it means, maybe you have to focus only on one thing. So you can use it inside Unreal where you have very limited functionalities. I don't think that you can write some code. I would say some calculations inside of there, but you can do it in Excel. So basically, I think for me it's too much. I would prefer to force my people to use only Excel for editing it and create painless process to import data. Now I'm working on something to add to my games, to my to my editors that will let me with only one button to simply press one button and automatically download version from Google Drive, add it to game, and that's all. Because importing this data, only this import part, is very easy. It can be done in a few seconds. Basically, it can be done almost as fast as writing this code. And this whole part is cool, but for me, it's not something that I will use in my workflow. Okay. So now I have to create some window for it. What do you mean? Okay, so if I remember correctly, I see that I lost my camera. I will fix it in a moment. If I remember correctly, pressing it once, it's some kind of it's modifier for the next letter that is pressed. So this is why you have to press it once more. I think you can change this behavior somehow, but I have no idea how. Oh no! My rubber band for camera just broke. So I have to quickly fix it. Okay. Now I see camera is back. I think I have to go to the and buy proper rubber bands because I bought whole ball of them, but they are breaking so easily that I think I have to just buy another one and left this one for someone who loves to play with them and shoot everyone. I think you are still here. Let me make sure that it won't fall again. Please. Hold up. Come on. Don't slide off. Maybe if I will. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, don't fight with me so much. No. Why not working? I think I have to come up with something better. But for now, okay. It's holding. I think it's holding. Where is it? Is it? Yeah, it's here. Okay, I'm back. Now you should see me. I think I have to do something better with it. Or maybe now I can take my backup camera and have it as a backup option. No, I won't bring it here. Basically, I have always when I'm sitting in front of camera, I have this in my mind. I'm always not sure if it turned on, or it's not, and I'm looking at it, and then I'm thinking, is it really not looking at me? So usually I'm just closing it with special attachment to make sure that no one will see from it, even though it's not turned on, even though it's basically it's not able to see anything, but still better safe than sorry. Okay, so I want to create NPC window. Okay, so I want to do few things with this one. Okay, so I've got my window. What we want here, let's remove label. What do you mean? So you to be honest, and I run into it a lot of times, writing good editors to your game and preparing tools that will help you is even more important than making the game. Basically, I could skip this part and I could just use some list and adding items, but in the future, I would be able to easily update items, check if something is not good, or maybe balance or find some mistakes. So yeah, making good editors can be very useful. I'm not sure if it's not supporting of or if I selected, if I have selected this version, there it was somewhere, if I remember correctly. Wait, or maybe not. Let's check it out. Unity the X12. Yeah, you can simply change direct version. So I can go here. I can go to my player settings. I can go to my other settings. If I remember correctly, of course I want to HDR. What about Vulkan? I think there is an option for it. If I remember correctly, basically Windows is on DirectX, but other platforms are using what they need to work with it. Basically, you don't have to care about it, and that's great. That it's just working, and you don't have problems like Godot have now with export for HTML, because they are using they are using some strange API for it, and something like that. Oh, so I can select. Yeah, in a Godot, they have problems with. You don't know? You can export game that can be embedded inside, simply inside a web page, like on itch.io, where you have a lot of games. So you asked about graphics APIs. As you can see, we have everything. We have Direct 12, Vulkan, OpenGL Core, OpenGL-S3. We have anything we want. We can simply even add for Mac, we have Metal. And for Linux, for Linux we can use both. But can I? Oh, so I can even change this graphics API even on Android. That's good. It's time to uninstall Unreal Engine. Oh, there is no support for OpenGL in Unreal. Only for Android. That's strange that they have supported, but they didn't give you an option to to select on a PC. That's very strange. If they already added support for on Android, I'm thinking where the decision about it can come from. So basically, why they didn't do it. OpenGL isn't a sync. Oh. That can... Okay. So... Yeah. Okay. I got it. Unity's main disadvantage is being... we have asyncs, but yeah. I understand. Okay. Okay, so what I want to do... I want to do something... yeah, this is because we added something that we shouldn't add here, but now everything is fine. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to have some icon. So firstly, let's check to editor extension authoring. So yeah, I know that I can use this only editor now. Wait. Why you are... Oh, you're scrolling now. Yeah, I saw. So basically, he created this competition for adding items to the game. It can be, yeah. You have a lot of ideas, but to be honest, looking at most of them, they are very overpowered or very strange, or maybe not fit whole theme. So basically, he has gained a lot of ideas, a lot of sprites, but it doesn't mean that he has a lot of content. If he wanted to just create a game, yeah, he could use everything just like that and go with it. But to be honest, I think he can do better, and he will create whole game properly. So, I want firstly to have my object field, that is field for object, that will be a prefab object. But if there will be no prefab, I want to add a button. Yeah, I wanted that here. That will go with create prefab. So basically, I want to have an option to just press the button, select FBX file, and my everything should be done automatically. So creating prefab, attaching it, maybe getting some bones from it. Yeah, I've done a mistake in a project bridge where we skipped this part of creating editor for players, and we have to do everything by hand. And at the beginning, for 8 characters, yeah, we didn't even need to do it. But adding every new character, going through it, I think now we will gain much more time if we simply wrote this script at the beginning to do everything without having to deal with it by hand, of course. Okay. Where is some... Wait, property field? Object field? Yeah, property field. Okay. I want to add a object field that will be icon. Okay. And of course I have to show this icon. But how can I show image? Was it with this? Let's check it out. Yes, save it. Is it okay? So I've got my items. Okay, so I'm just using visual element to add sprite. Okay. Okay. That's not the problem. So I can do it like that. That will be sprite. So I can simply make this background, for example, white or something like that. Okay, so what's the other thing that I have to do? Oh yeah, background, great. Of course, alpha. I want to add text field. Yeah, text field. That will be for name. Okay. I think I can move it here. So name will be first. And of course, maybe like that. So it will have icon, maybe name, a sprite to see its face, option to select prefab, option to create prefab, option to select item, icon. I will have to attach dialogues and so on, but I don't think that I have to deal with it right now. Okay, so to make it easier, I can add visual element before name. I can make name and this visual element as a child of this visual element. Thanks to that, I can place items in this way exactly. Okay, so I can make this one much smaller. So I want to go with initial. So okay, so this means that I will not stretch or make anything bigger, smaller. It will stay the same. Okay, so I want the size to be 200 and 200. Isn't it too much? Well, we'll see. I can easily make it smaller. Okay. Here. You can grow. Maybe no. Basically, I'm using HTML and CSS. It's the same. But I prefer to do it from a code. From the code for editor. It's much easier for me. Wait, I don't want width, I want height to be set to it. Of course, I want this one, this. Why you're not smaller? Oh, so you can shrink, not grow. Okay, so now I can simply here change label to name. Maybe I can do it better. Let's do it like 100. Okay. And position, I want it to be from a top 50%. No, 25. Okay, we can live with it. And here will be name. Okay. Sure. Here will be prefab, create, and so on. I think I will have fun with making it pretty later. And I won't deal with it now. Some might use Unreal Engine browser plugin for Unreal Engine, and you can add web browser as UI in the game. I've heard about it, that you can do it. I've thought about this, but to be honest, I think it's huge overkill on the one hand. No, it's just huge overkill. I know that sometimes it's much easier to do it, but if you have good developers, it will be done as fast as you want, and I think you have more flexibility is not a good word. I think you can create something that fits your game much better when you are using UI that is built inside game engine. You can do much more, I think. Okay, so I can simply start to use these things. So yeah, of course, let's rename it to visual tree asset. I have to remove this option for listed as because mainly I'm not using it, so for me it will be much easier to just don't have it rather than fight with it. Something is itching me. Okay. I think I don't need this one. So I'm creating UI. I don't want any. I'm not thinking any label. I want to add everything from UXML. So let's go with queries. I know that Michael creates some bindings for me, but I don't know how to use it, so I won't use it. Maybe he will tell me how to use them someday. So visual elements, that will be NPC icon. Okay, I have to catch it here, of course. Wait, NPC icon has to stay. Other thing that I have to get is this Q type. Is it object? Do I remember correctly? It was object reference. How was it called exactly? It was object field. Okay, object field in Unity Editor UI elements. Right. Oh wait, I have to give name here. So the name was sprite. Here, the name will be prefab. I don't know what happened. So I've got my prefab field. Right. So what can I do now? I can attach to an event, maybe? Is there any event? Maybe on... Oh. Register callback. Right. So register value change callback. That is something that I want. So I have to get object. Okay. So let's go with private void on prefab changed. That is object, but object with capital O, so object from Unity. That will be, I cannot name this object. Let's call it prefab. Okay. Here I will simply go with prefab. Wait. On prefab changed. Right. Right. So change event. Oh, so they do it in a much more... That's something that I like. To be honest, I like it. Because usually when I doing something like that, I had to... when I wanted event, for example, on HP changed, I had to pass two parameters, like previous and next value. And here I see that you can do it much easier, even with pooling. Even with class pooling. Oh, you have some propagation. Wait, did I create something that we are thinking about? So we have some handler, that is callback event handler. Okay, so I'm sending events. It's internal abstract, so we have to do something. Do I? It's not in my... I have no... It's from the compiler, so I have no access for it. So here I'm taking this control. Okay, so object field has to be base field. Okay, and it has its notify value changed. I trying to get to the bottom what this propagation means. Wait, sorry, I know what bubbles and tickles down means, but I want to. It's cancelable. It's cancelable. That's something that we have to write or anything because it's very useful when you're writing bigger games. Events where you can have priorities, events where you can cancel propagation of this event, skip disable elements. I really like it. Okay, but I will leave it for now. It's not important right now. Okay, so on prefab changed, what should happen? So on prefab changed. Wait, we won't do it right now. So now I have to catch reference for create prefab and for icon, right? So this is enough. I have to catch button, create prefab button. So of course, let's go with label. I could go with this, or maybe even root. But if I can force this search into only to smaller group, to fire it on a smaller group, it can be a bit faster. In editor, you won't feel it, but if you have an option for it, I always will say that you can, if you have opportunity to optimize something in a way that it won't bother you right now and you wouldn't have to write anything more, do it. But of course, premature optimization is something that you should avoid at any cost. Wait. Register. On a button? Value change callback on a button? Wait, how should I? Where is any button? There should be any button here. Button. Button. Where are you? Any buttons here? Maybe here any button? Okay. Okay, so I've got simple clicked action. Okay. So let's move it to method. Private void. Create. Start creating prefab. And last thing, I have to go with icon field. I could reuse variable, but no, I won't. Let's create a new one and let's don't care about it right now. So visual, it is also object field. That is icon. Of course, I have to prepare method for it. So on icon changed, it will change event with object. Of course, it's event about AVT. Sorry, and let's go with icon field that register value change callback on icon changed. And I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. And I think I have to finish stream right now, because as you heard at the beginning, I have nothing to drink right now, so I have to go to the market and maybe buy new filter and something to drink. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope you spent a nice time. Tomorrow, as I said, Michael will start the stream, but I will be at the beginning. So if you have any questions or you want to talk at the beginning, I will be voice from behind. So see you tomorrow, I hope, and have a nice weekend. See you soon. Of course, if you want, join our Discord, or maybe add Project Bridge to wishlist. I won't spoiler anything, but if we will get enough wishlist, something very funny will happen. But you will soon you will know what's the deal. So thank you very much. Have a great day, and see you soon. Bye.